In every African village, there are stories hidden inside old homes, beneath ancient trees, and inside the hearts of elders. Stories of love. Stories of sacrifice. Stories of promises made under the moonlight. But some stories remind us that marriage is not only about two people coming together. It is about patience, respect, trust, and the choices we make when nobody is watching. Today on African Tales Arising, we bring you a story about a young couple whose marriage began like a beautiful dream, but slowly became a test of their hearts. This is the story of Amina and Kato. Stay with us until the end, because the lesson from this marriage will surprise you. Many years ago, in a peaceful village surrounded by green hills and flowing rivers, lived a young woman named Amina. Amina was known by everyone. Not because she was the richest. Not because she wore the finest clothes. But because she had something rare. A kind heart. Every morning before the sun rose, Amina would help her mother prepare food, fetch water from the river, and assist elderly neighbors who could no longer work. The elders often said, "A beautiful face can attract a person, but a beautiful heart keeps them." One day, a young farmer named Kato came to the village. Kato was hardworking and respected. He had inherited a small piece of land from his father and dreamed of building a strong family. When he first saw Amina helping an old woman carry firewood, he was amazed. He whispered, "A woman who respects the weak will one day respect her family." From that day, Kato knew he wanted Amina to be his wife. After months of courtship, Kato went to Amina's family with elders from his village. The families met under a large tree. There were songs, dancing, traditional blessings. The elders gave the couple advice. One elder stood up and said, "Marriage is like a garden. If you stop watering it, the flowers will disappear." Everyone smiled. Kato held Amina's hand and promised, "I will stand with you when the sun shines and when the storms come." Amina replied, "And I will walk beside you, not behind you and not above you." The wedding became one of the happiest celebrations the village had seen. Everyone believed their love would last forever, but life has a way of testing even the strongest promises. Years passed. Kato's farm grew. His harvests became larger. He started making more money. People from nearby villages began praising him. Kato is now a successful man. Kato has become important. But something slowly changed. The humble farmer who once listened to everyone began to ignore advice. He started spending more time with wealthy friends who loved showing off. One evening, Amina noticed her husband returning home late. She asked, "My husband, is everything all right?" Kato answered, "You worry too much, I am building our future." But Amina felt something was wrong. The man who once shared every dream with her had started keeping secrets. In every community, there are people who bring wisdom. And there are people who bring destruction. Kato met a woman from another town named Nala. Nala admired his wealth. She praised him constantly. "You deserve someone who understands your new status," she told him. At first, Kato ignored her words. But slowly, he enjoyed the attention. He forgot the woman who stood beside him when he had nothing. He forgot the nights Amina encouraged him. He forgot the promise under the village tree. Amina noticed the distance growing. The laughter in their home became silence. The conversations became arguments. The love became cold. One day, Amina visited the oldest woman in the village, Mama Zuri. Mama Zuri listened quietly. Then she said, "My child, a broken pot can be repaired, but only if both hands are willing to fix it." Amina asked, "What should I do?" Mama Zuri replied, "Do not fight a storm by becoming another storm. Speak your truth with wisdom." That evening, Amina sat with Kato. She did not shout. She did not insult him. She simply said, "My husband, I miss the man who used to laugh with me. I miss the man who valued my presence, not just my support." Kato became silent. Because deep inside, he knew she was right. A few weeks later, Kato lost a major business deal. The people who praised him disappeared. The friends who celebrated his money stopped calling. The attention he received vanished. For the first time in years, he sat alone and remembered. He remembered Amina. The woman who loved him before success. The woman who stayed when life was difficult. He returned home and found Amina preparing dinner. He stood quietly, then he said, "I lost myself while trying to become someone important." Amina looked at him. Kato continued, "I forgot the person who believed in me when nobody else did. I hurt you. Forgiveness did not come instantly. Amina was hurt. Trust had been damaged. But she saw something different in Kato. She saw a man who was finally honest. She said, "A marriage cannot survive without truth. If we rebuild with honesty." Kato agreed. From that day, they worked on their marriage. They talked more. They respected each other. They remembered the promise they made. Slowly, the garden of their marriage began to grow again. Years later, young couples would visit Kato and Amina for advice. And Kato would always say, "Never allow success to make you forget the person who supported you before success arrived." And Amina would say, "Marriage is not about finding a perfect person. It is about two imperfect people choosing each other every day." The elders of the village would smile and say, "A strong marriage is built with two hearts, but protected by wisdom." Narrator, dear viewers, what did you learn from Amina and Kato's story? Can love survive after trust is broken? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this African tale, remember to subscribe to African Tales Arising for more powerful stories of love, family, marriage, and life lessons. Until next time, may wisdom guide your heart.